How's it going, guys? It's Benny Paulo back again with some Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. Now, as you can see, the win streak is not the same as where I left you off. I've been playing a little bit off camera just to, get everything unlocked and get everything done. But we're not going to talk about that right now because you guys already know the drill at this point. Instead, we're going to talk about what I said we were going to talk about last time. We're going to talk about a little bit of some Survivor, because I see I'm a big buff for Big Brother, Survivor, all these social games. I don't know, there's something about it, I just love it. And I completely forgot what we were talking about last time. I think we were talking about heroes versus villains and Sandra, but I tell you what, we're going to talk about something else. Because right now I finished with that season on Fabio's win, so I'm on Nicaragua. And so far, it's not my favorite of all seasons. I'm post-merge. Specifically, I believe the last episode was Brenda getting eliminated, having her torch snuffed out. Oh wait, no, I'm wrong. It was I'm getting hit here. It's with Nyanka and Purple Kelly quitting the game. Which, I mean, this is what I always hate about games like this. You got so many people that would love to be on the show. And yes, I understand that a lot of them are actually recruited rather than, like trying out compared to how it was back in the day in the OG seasons. But even so, like, you have this giant opportunity, not only to better your life with $1 million, but more importantly, just to, it opens up avenues for you because you become this public figure that people either love to hate or just love. And when you throw it away for no reason, just because, it's getting hard, like, that's ridiculous. And don't get me wrong, I completely understand if it gets hard. And there are some quits that I don't hold it against people. For example, Terry Dites, right? I believe in a later season, he quits, really gets evacuated. But he gets evacuated because his son is dying, right? The original quitter, Austin Taylor, I want to say his name was, like Osten. It was back in Pearl Islands. I actually don't necessarily blame him all the way for that one. And the reason why I don't is because it was revealed that he had dual staph infections because he did something stupid. He got rid of his clothes, the majority of his clothes, in order to get to get resources for his tribe. If you guys never saw Pearl Islands, essentially the marooning, God, I missed the marooning, essentially was they, except for jumping off the boat onto the island, they jumped off the boat to a fishing camp, and they were given a certain amount of money, and it was up to them, or not a certain amount of money, they were given an option, really their only option, that in order to get their resources that they're going to need for survival, they have to haggle, buy and trade inside the town, and all they had was the clothes on their back and the stuff that they brought with them. So Austin decided to pretty much get naked, which plays a major part actually in the challenge for that episode as well. And I would get hit by Explosivo there. But yeah, so Austin essentially gets naked and then tells all the girls to get naked too. Just to sweeten the deals from all these male traders, which didn't fly over well, if you haven't guessed that already. But besides the point, as time goes on, with all the rain and all the cold tropical weather and hot tropical weather going from, changing from a drop of a dime, he got 2 staph infections in his legs, and he ended up quitting. And on top of that, it hit the morale on his team. The Morgans was really, really bad at that time. So, like, everything was just eating out of him. Now, don't get me wrong. Do I think he should have quit? No. But do I necessarily blame him to quit? No. Because I guarantee you, if given more weeks of play, if he didn't quit and he stayed for longer, he would have been medically evacuated. The way his body was and what the information that came out. So he's, like, one of the few people I really don't blame all too much. But then, we fast forward. We go to Palau, which I loved Palau as a season, even though it has a lot of things going against it. The interesting, unique narrative of the overarching story of Paulo makes it incredibly fun to me, if I'm being completely honest. But besides the point, you had Janu, right? She was a quitter, and for some reason, she's depicted in this super positive light. And for the life of me, I just don't understand why. Like, she just straight up quit. She went to Exile Island once, then straight up quit. And it wasn't even like true Exile Island. It was like a one-off twist. I guess it was Exile Island, but only happened for 1 week. It was just an unnecessary twist in that game. It was completely unnecessary. It was literally built to demoralize somebody, with like no upside to it. It was just demoralization. But besides the point, Janu, was there, and she quit so that Stephanie LaGrossa could continue playing. Which, sure, that's noble and all, but that's ridiculous. Essentially, everyone who quits is quitting so that somebody else can get farther. I mean, that's just the nature of the quit. So I think it's absolutely ridiculous that she's treated with such respect by the edit. Like, she just straight up quit for absolutely no reason. And you know what? And it's, speaking of, it made Stephanie, the one versus all. She survived everything. And that's great for Stephanie, but at the same time, a lot of people see Stephanie as this great player, this great hero. She's not a hero, she's a villain. By far. If you actually watch the early, the pre-merge episodes, she decimated her tribe. I mean, I was rooting for Angie, who was like the only real hero. Maybe Bobby John, maybe. But like Angie, R.I.P. She recently died, was the true hero of that tribe. Yet for some reason, we're told that it was the Stephanie is, and I just don't understand. Maybe I'm not meant to understand it. I don't know. But anyway, getting off topic. So yeah, Janu, I completely blame her for that one. Yet for some reason, we're told not to. And that's, I don't know. I guess there's some backstage politicking going on for that one. But yeah, there's a long history of quitters in that game. In Big Brother too. But, that's a topic for a different time. And I just don't understand Purple Kelly and Nyanka. You have this giant opportunity. I'm just gonna hit there no matter what. You got this giant opportunity only for you to, spit in its face. There's just so much disrespect in that I just can't get behind it. I just can't. Alright, now we can go inside the shop. There was a whole spider there. I'm sitting there looking 5 rooms ahead, not paying attention to what's right in front of me. But now we're good. We got our heart back. And we were just looking for a little bit more money so that we could actually buy something inside the shop. I believe there was a reroll machine there. So we'll see what we're able to get. So yeah, definitely Purple Kelly and Nyanka, some of my least favorite castaways of all time. Especially Nyanka. Nyanka was annoying. Jesus Christ, Fabio did nothing to her. She just had attitude for no reason. I'm so glad that she's out, but at the same time, she was a big power player inside the season, so it takes away from a lot of the great dynamics of that season that was working for her, because Nyanka was a phenomenal character. No matter how much I didn't like her, Nyanka was a great character, and that's just a hard fact. This is why I hate Explosivo. Like, sometimes just kill the thing. You don't need to be still going on. You don't need to have this sticky explosion shot happen 5 times in a row. I just need to hit you one more time. Besides the point. Alright, we'll take Big Rub. Or Big Chub. But yeah. So, it'll be good to see how the season ends. I know who wins. I know who every winner is. Even though I haven't necessarily seen all the seasons yet. But I'm working my way, like I said, in chronological order. So, I definitely want to see why Fabio takes this win. So far, the only thing I can possibly see as to why he gets the dub is likability. That's really all I can see. He's a very likable individual, so I can definitely see that, but that's really it. Maybe I can see him getting it off the back of Chase and Sash, because I know they make it to the finals with him, messing up tremendously. But at the same time, it's so odd, because Fabio really doesn't do anything. A lot of people like to crap on Natalie White with her win in Samoa against Russell Hantz, and I understand why. I'm not going to act like Russell didn't deserve that win, because he definitely did. But, the jury just didn't respond well to Russell. And at the end of the day, whereas Fabio has legitimately not done a single thing, at least in this edit, he has not done a single thing. Natalie did do stuff. She fostered great relationships with the opposing tribe and was the sole reason as to why the fall of Galoo started. She was able to get them to turn on each other just off of her sheer likability and her ability to connect, and then convince them to take out Eric, who outside of Laura was 100% the power player, because him and Laura had this weird dual faction within the tribe. So she was able to take advantage of that momentary weakness, and it opened the door for everybody else, especially Shambo, who already wanted to jump ship anyway. So all it did was provide that extra number that they needed for the following week, John to flip and get out Laura. And then once Laura was out, I mean, it was just a wrap. John was taken out because he wasn't trustworthy, and that's fine. Even though for Shambo's game, it was not good. I don't understand why she went along with, well, she didn't really go along with it, but I don't understand why she didn't put up a fight and get that giant red flag right there. But it is what it is. That's all hindsight, right? So yeah. That's just how that went for Natalie White. There was legitimate reasons as to why she should win that game. Like, she didn't sit on her butt the whole time. Whereas Fabio, as much as I like Fabio as a character and just as a person overall, I think he's really fun. Dude definitely didn't do a thing. But, you know, and it's less so because he didn't want to do anything, more so because every single time he goes to do something, there is, like, the plans get thwarted by somebody else. Alright, if I get one more bomb, I'm going back there to the boss trap room just to see if there's anything good. But yeah, so I mean, it's victim of circumstance, especially when you play from the bottom. When you play from the bottom, your legs are kind of cut beneath you. It's a lot harder to make plays without other people being willing. Definitely not impossible though. I mean, look at some of the all-time greats in both Survivor and Big Brother, and all they did was play from behind. Key example, Dr. Will, right? The winner of Season 2 and the best player out of All-Stars 1, that is. He 100% like carried both of the seasons, and he played from behind. Now, once again, don't get me wrong, Nicole had a phenomenal game in Season 2, and she did it incredibly well. Yeah, we're gonna just, I don't want to waste money here, but I'll take Roid Rage. I'll super take Roid Rage. So that wasn't the best of all rooms for us, just because of how much resources we had to sacrifice there. But I'll definitely take Roid Rage just for the speed. It's going to get a little bit weird getting used to the keyboard and mouse on the controls for the movement speed. I feel like movement speed is a killer. Like, it's necessary to win runs. It's a very underrated stat, but it's definitely a killer when you get too fast, especially on a control scheme you're not necessarily used to. But yeah, so back to Survivor, as we're still getting off topic. So some of the best players, you know, they play from behind incredibly well. And one of those happens to be one of the best players of all time in Big Brother. And there's also examples of this in Survivor as well. You got people like really just all of Foa. They played behind for the majority of the game. With the exception of Russell. I mean, Jason played a phenomenal game where he was playing from behind. They had such a giant disadvantage. Danny Boatwright played phenomenal from behind. In fact, you could argue that all she did was play from behind just because of the way the tribal swap screwed her over. You had a bunch of other people that fit in that archetype as well. That mainly thanks to tribal swaps. Or the best winner from behind of all time, Chris Doherty. Right? He was the last man on earth, Chris Doherty. That dude played lights out the second the merge hit. And honestly, it's a shame. It's an absolute shame that this man has not been brought back. I really miss, like, if there's a couple winners that I will want to see back, more than the ones that have come back. One of them is 100% Chris Doherty. The other would be Todd and Earl. My number one favorite though would definitely be Brian Heidick. That guy's a monster, but he's never gonna come back. He's never gonna come back for multiple reasons. Even though I personally don't think he was boring, and even though I think that Thailand was a lot less boring than people give it credit for, I do understand why everyone thinks Thailand is ridiculously boring, and it's, you know, I should make a video just discussing why Thailand's better than what people think it is, and why it wasn't necessarily the cast's fault as to why the season was more on the boring end. But I feel like that's a whole video's worth of content, so I'm just gonna save it for that. In fact, you know, I'm gonna start making Survivor talk videos and Big Brother talk videos just to focus on it, as well as still bring you some Binding of Isaac and a couple of other games once I decide to actually do them. Nah, I don't need creepy bombs. We're definitely going into the shop. Mom's coin purse, don't need. We'll take you, just because I still have access to getting another item. I don't need spider mod, but I'm gonna take it. We're just gonna fill out things while we can. Alright. But yeah, so we know we're going all over the place with this talk. Like, there's so many topics of conversations that we could just talk about with this show. Now the reason why, like, I'm so interested in shows like this is primarily because of really the focus of the early seasons. The early seasons focused heavily on the interpersonal dynamics, and I think the struggle between person to person offers a lot of great content in the grand scheme of things. So it's a giant disappointment to me when the show stops being about that and becomes a little bit more on the physical focus side. It's a giant disappointment personally, but it is what it is. You know, the game is still great. You still get that social interpersonal dynamic. It's just, it's not the same. So that's definitely a room I want to check out. I just need a lot of keys, because that room has a high chance of paying off with something like Steven, Tammy's head, Cricket's head. Really just overall great items, and I'm not paying attention at all. I gotta start paying attention more when I play this game. I'm so busy talking, I'm not looking at what's happening in front of me. Oh, this is an awkward room. Sorry, I just need like one Explosivo shot on all of them, which I am not getting, unfortunately. There we go. Alright. And of course, the second I get the Explosivo shot, this thing decides to dip. Like, it has no business being in that cage. Alright, spider mod. I could have just ran that over, but screw it. Explosivo. Do your thing. Do your thing, Dark Bum. Don't spawn a spider. Awesome. Dark Bum, one of the best items in this game. It's one of the best followers in this game, even though it does no damage. And well, with the exception of spawning spiders, which it's not a reliable source of creep spawn at all. Like, it's not reliable at all. Yes, the amount of defense this offers you, well, pseudo defense, because of the heart regeneration of the soul hearts, makes this phenomenal. And it does combos somewhat well with things like Spider Box or Compost, but or BFF, but it's not a true. It's not a true synergy. It's kind of like, okay, you happen to be here, that's cool, type of a deal. Like, welcome to the barbecue. We didn't invite you, but welcome to the barbecue type of deal. But definitely the hearts. You know, we grabbed this for the hearts. Dark Bum is in my opinion, top 3 follower in the game. The only other followers I would put in the same league as it is Rotten Baby and Mongo Baby. But Mongo Baby is a little bit harder to get popping, just because you kind of need other followers, like other good followers. Of course, you got Incubus and you got Little Brimstone, which are also phenomenal followers that can just carry you straight up throughout the game. They're definitely there. And once you get BFF, it's a wrap. Like, BFF, phenomenal item. Definitely want to call it underrated, because it just synergizes so well with everything. Alright, well, I got my Explosivo shots, which somehow did not kill this thing. That's wild. I just don't like where I'm at. I do not like where I'm at here. Too many explosions. Sorry, I got a little focus there. But yeah, so tell me, how would you like me doing like a dedicated Survivor thing where I actually, you know, have all my notes jotted down except for going off the cuff for everything and just kind of just talking the whole entire time? Off rip, but talking more organized than this. You know, less random, more organized. You're really just running down my thoughts on Survivor, on Big Brother. Heck, I might even watch that really bad pirate show that Mark Burnett tried to pass off. I'll watch that one season of it and see where it goes from there, right? Hopefully I can get some good. Give me curved horn. I'll take you. You actually are coming in really clutch here because I got the bombs. All I needed was 2 bombs. And getting this allows me to do this. Curse Skull. No thank you. Explosivo's going to kill the both of you. Alright, you're now dead. Alright. Get a lot of resources back here. See, I love these rooms when you can get away with them. And you just, you know, you run with it. You do what you got to do with it. And there we go. There's Cricket said. That's what we were looking for. That's 100% what we were looking for. This is going to make this run into a more than likely win. That was the worst reaction time I think I've ever had in my life. But yeah, so we're more than likely to win this run now. Thanks to really just the back of Dark Bum. Cricket said. Oh, that's fine. We don't need that anymore. We can take Cracked Skull and then pick back up Poison Shots. Yeah. Pick back up Pinky Eye. Pinky Eye's gonna help out a lot. We'll go in here just in case. Potato Peeler. Nice. Okay. So I'm gonna buy that. Alright, there we go. We got our follower. We got what we wanted out of it. I don't think I really need that, so we'll just do this. There's options, huge. We're looking to just kind of upgrade the store whenever we can. Oh, because we want the full-fledged store experience at this point. More items, more chance to get something great. Stuff like the blank card 2 diamonds combo would really help out with restock. Or just like, you know, Diplopia with double steam sale helps out a lot as well. There's just a lot of options that we can get. And now we got a Explosivo. We got a lot of damage now, and we got a lot of chance. Cuba Meat comes in clutch here actually, because now we got this giant Booger Tears. Booger Tears is more DPS. We'll take it. Because now my Explosivo shots can also be Booger Tears, whereas before my Explosivo shots could be Poison Tears, but they wouldn't actually pop, like the poison wouldn't actually go off. Now they should still be taking damage with Explosivo on them, just because of the nature of Booger Tears. If I get a dual tier, not like where I was, and I'm playing bad, but this is where Dark Bum takes a hold of the game. I just need some red hearts, which is really not difficult to grab a hold of. Explosivo really bad against these boos, against these creeps. I have no idea what their names are. Just because they disappear, so the Explosivo shots just pop off of them. Same thing with Booger Tears. This is one of the instances where Poison Shots would actually be 100% better. But it's okay. We don't necessarily need them. What I'm looking for now, Explosion Immunity, really. I mean, it's the best possible thing I could ask for. Still looking for a better trinket though. Crack Crown, Curved Horn. Really the top dogs for that. Maybe going for Cancer, which I was able to get Cancer on my last run actually, which was a win because Cancer's phenomenal. So having Cancer with, you know, not the best luck stat, but definitely better than nothing. And these tier effects could definitely help out. Can also hurt. And there goes Pyromaniac. The explosion immunity comes. I'm clairvoyant. You know, get me a lottery card. I'm guaranteed. Let me pick your numbers for you, because you're gonna win. You're gonna win the grand prize. It's gonna happen. All right. So now I don't see a reason to lose this game in the slightest. I really don't see a reason. I would love to get some red hearts though. Some red hearts, really just anything. Any hearts, soul hearts, demon hearts, whatever. I'm looking for Dark Bum to make big boy plays, get me back on track, and really take off. But what we're looking now for, we're looking for a lot of money so that we can go into the shop and we can find BFF. If we can find BFF, then we're in a really good position here. It's really all we need, because then Super Meat Boy just becomes this insane DPS output. The main problem with Super Meat Boy, however, is the fact that, yeah, he's a lot of DPS, but he's also, I don't know why I dodged into that. So although he's a lot of DPS, you have to get really close. You have to get exceptionally close Yeah, I was getting hit there no matter what. No matter what, I was getting hit there. Yeah, I should have played that better. Yeah, so we're not looking too hot right now, just because I'm not dodging well. This should be a guaranteed win. If I wasn't severely out of practice, this would be a guaranteed win. And come on, pick it up. Alright, we still don't have anything really solid here. We're on Mom, but it's alright. We're definitely in a good position. Pyromaniac helps out a lot. I believe Mom's foot counts as, like, explosion. So you can kind of stand on it. Like, I won't take any damage, but that's just a bad habit. We don't want to get into bad habits. So we're not going to do that. But I'm definitely sitting in a very good position. Now, Explosivo is really bad in the Mom fight. It just kind of does nothing. Like, it exists. It exists more than it doesn't exist, but it just... Like, it's... Once again, you're not invited to the party, right? The barbecue, go away. Explosivo. And that was just bad. Too much movement speed. It's all good, though. Took a little bit of contact damage, but this is about to be over. Pyromaniac coming in clutch. Dark Bum coming in clutch. Couple more shots. Boom. Take that. I think I heard the suit. Yeah, there we go. Guppy's tail's nice. Gimpy's really nice. We're going to take Gimpy because Gimpy combos incredibly well with Dark Bum. So what Gimpy does, whenever you take damage, it has a chance of spawning a soul heart for you. But more importantly, whenever you kill an enemy, the odds of it dropping a half a red heart is really high. So naturally, you know, Dark Bum needs full and a half red heart in order to pop off, in order to get what it wants. So it's just instant synergy with each other, right? Dark Bum needs hearts to function. To give you hearts, Gimpy gives you hearts. It's simple, 1-to-1, right? There we go. Yeah, so this should be a 1-run. Should be, now that we have really good red heart regeneration on top of our soul heart regeneration. This should be a super 1-run. There we go. I don't like taking out these guys that early in rooms like this, just because they can kill everything else. So if you can manage your, if you can manage them, then it's just a really good way of getting the map to kill itself. Alright, he's dead. Don't even have to attack anymore. No reason to attempt to take more damage. Nope, cork. Still not getting any of the trinkets we're really looking for, and that was just bad damage, but calculated because the Gimpy popped off. And Explosivo pops off at the right time. Nope. And see, there, right there, that's when Dark Bum starts to get you in trouble. You gotta be careful when standing on top of Dark Bum when he has his things go popping off, just because of that right there. Red spider, enemy spider coming out of nowhere. It really messing you up. Because there are spiders, you really shouldn't be taking damage from spiders almost ever. They could definitely sneak up on you. They're very sneaky when you're not paying attention, especially when they spawn on you, which is exactly what Dark Bum does. Now, the rooms like this, I positively hate. I just hate these whack-a-mole enemies when they disappear every 2 seconds, and you only have like a fraction of a second to hit them after they go inside the ground. Can't stand it. Just because it wastes so much time while you're trying to get through the room. You know what, screw this. I have 11 bombs, screw this. Absolutely screw this. I'm not doing that. And only to come to a room I don't need to be in. Nice. But yeah, this is looking like a hard win. We'll go through the room. We'll go through the room. And then see what we can do after it, and then we'll be fine. There we go. And we're out of this room. Nah, I just don't want to play into that room. There we go. But yeah. Also, now that we got the room unlocked, I guess next course of action is getting the chest, or followed up, well, not the chest, but Heaven and Hell, Shoal, and which I guess we already have Shoal unlocked. and because we've been there already, and getting the chapel unlocked. We could probably do it if we do angel deals. I actually don't remember how to unlock everything. I assume you just got to start getting angel deals in order to unlock the chapel. Can I get non-explosivo shots, please, on this enemy? Thank you, game. So we'll probably run an angel deal run sometime soon. When we get more unlocks, I mean, it really depends. If we just get a really bad double deal, like if the only item there is the shovel and we got no rerolls, then yeah, we'll rock through it. But that's about it. And I've been forgetting to pick up all the trinkets, and I don't know why. Bad habits. Bad habits. Just standing there. Bad habits. It's okay. I would really like some HP. Dark bone. We're still looking for a really good trinket. I mean, don't get me wrong. Booger Tears is actually phenomenal. Definitely not something to underrate. I think the secret room's in here. I could be wrong. I want to say the secret room's right here. I really do. It's not. Alright. Come on, just hit it once. Just hit it once. There we go. That's all I needed. There we go. I just gotta dodge. Boom. Walnut. Still don't want it. And next time I think we get it so hard, we're just gonna use the Sierra Rune. Since we don't have the chest, there's no reason to keep it. It's just zero reason to. And I dodged into it. See, the rust is gonna come off, and I'm gonna start playing a lot better than what this is. Only a matter of time. Only a matter of time. Another cube of meat. I mean, we'll take it. Alright, you're dead, so I don't even have to worry about you anymore. So this is where Super Meat Boy is just gonna win the game. Stay back here, do what I gotta do. Explosivo shots is really good on this fight. Boom, 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 boom. Since this is the end of the run, unless we decide to go to Shoal, but we're not gonna decide to go to Shoal this time. We're just gonna end the run right here. And that's going to be the end of that, episode 3 of Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. I'm your boy, Paulo. We're going to come back at you with a 4th one, and you know what? I'm going to start grabbing some clips, working on some graphics, and we're going to start taking care of a little bit of some Survivor talk, a little bit of some Big Brother talk, and maybe some talk about some other things too. Anyway, it's been your boy, Paulo. I'll catch you on the next one.